Hi, folks. I guess yep, shows that I'm live. Been live for a few seconds. I'm gonna have to get a countdown timer, and it doesn't show anybody's here yet. There we go. About nine jumped on pretty quickly there. All right. Yeah, I'll have to get a countdown timer so I can actually start it a little bit early, and folks can get let's see, didn't get the camera adjusted exactly right. Let's see how that'll go up a little bit. That better? Yep. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that, but getting it set up. Hard to get it all set up till you actually go live and see what it's doing. And a lot of people are already saying good morning. Good morning to everybody. Happy Friday to everyone. It's May 26th, no, excuse me, 2023. And we got a beautiful day out there, bright and sunshiny. I didn't look at the weather yet, but I thought I think since Monday, we've had 4 days in a row where we have afternoon storms. But that is typical for Florida. Starts getting warm this time of year. We start having the afternoon shows or shows showers. um, so here's the manager's update for Friday, and glad to have everyone on here. Got a fair amount of people in here already, and so we'll get going with it. Um, the asphalt ceiling is done, and what the asphalt ceiling is for is to revitalize what asphalt was put down on top of the concrete, and that revitalizes it and keeps it in shape for a few more years. Eventually, we're going to have to figure out what's going to be done because, from what I understand from all the people that I talked to in the asphalt business, uh, we should not have put asphalt on top of concrete, but that's what they did. We got to live with it, and we got to figure out how we can go on from here and take care of it. But on along with that, as taking care of the roads, is that the we have contracted for the entrance, the part that's kind of really broke up there on the exit side. I said entrance, but on the exit side to have that replaced, and hopefully that will happen in August. The contractor is out a ways on that. So anyway, ceiling is done. They repainted it. It looks pretty good, and they've also I said repainted. They repainted the stripes and the stop lines and all that. So we're good to go for about 3 years on the 2 to 3 years on the asphalt ceiling. 3 years at least on the resealing of the asphalt. There will be some things that we'll patch up between now and then, but that is that's done. Okay, another thing we had TEM is who we contracted for to put us in a new gate card system. These are the gate cards are going to be uh, like I said from TEM, and LiftMaster is the how you say the manufacturer of the car system, and TEM is going to be the local contractor to install it and maintain it, and it's going to be bring us along. Not only will your card not have to be touch the thing, the reader, it's going to read it from a distance, like that 15 feet away. So you have it on the dash of your car, attach it to your visor, hang it from your mirror, and it'll read it as you pull up. It will obsolete, of course, our old cards and also uh, the garage remotes that we use. Everybody calls them the clickers, but anyway, the garage remotes, it will end up obsoleting those. So that's where we're going to be on that. Hopefully, they're out here this week. The project coordinator on that was out here this week taking a look at what's going to need to be done, what they need to do, and bring out here. So that will start soon. And for the first few weeks of that, till we get at least everybody who is in the park currently, we will run parallel systems. As you come in, we want you to come in, turn in your old cards. We will give you new cards, and put you in the system, this new system. We will be able to tell when somebody uses their card to come in or drives through. We'll be able to know who came in. It'll read that card and also track it as far as who came in. It won't stop people piggybacking on you. That will be something that we'll may address here in the future. It'll cost a little bit of money, so that's what we'll do. Uh, oh, Ernie's got a question already. Well, I'll get to you, Ernie, on that about the back streets. Um, I have to define that. Okay. Uh, that's the access system. Like I said, it is in process of hopefully the project will be, they'll start installing equipment fairly soon. Also, we're still working on doors and windows for the clubhouse, getting a lot better. And I've got to shut my phone off, and I'll turn off my phone now. Ringer on it at least. And so we're moving along on that. Doors and windows for the clubhouse. We're probably only going to have to replace 3 doors. All the rest of the doors can be fixed up and repaired and be in good shape. So we're moving along on that. Hopefully it can be happen real soon. In June, June 1st is now, which is now really as just next week, the Bluestream service is officially in play, I guess you call it. Contract is activated, and we are working on the community channel for that. There will be a community channel, and we will have to it won't be kind of not exactly like when you go to a hotel and you turn TV on, it's there. You'll have to tune to it, but Victoria is going to be pretty much in charge of how you say, putting that content on there for that, and putting announcements, public service announcements, meeting announcements, activity announcements, and a lot of stuff. So make sure that the content on that is changing, and you'll be wanting to do that. That will be just in the park, or if you have the app to watch it out wherever else you are at, you will be able to access that community channel from Bluestream. As far as I know, you'll be able to access if you're out. Should be, because it's going to be on our channel listing. So community channel, you'll see that sometime in June there. Hopefully it's June 1st, but it may lag just a little bit behind as we populate it and get all that stuff in there. One other note that we have is that Juan, one of our longtime workers, he started not too long after me, within a year after I started, back in 2009, I believe. He is retiring. He turned in his papers, and that will be on June 2nd. Will be his last day here. We if you want to give him a card or anything, token of appreciation for his time that he spent in here. We'll have a collection box up here in the office if you want, or I guess if you see him in the park and you want to give it to him directly, that's fine. But June 2nd, next Friday, will be his last day. So he's retiring. We want to thank Juan for his good work for all these years and sticking with us. I am in the process of trying to find someone to replace him. Have not done that yet, but we are working on it. We've gotten a few good applications in, and so we're working on it. Somebody yesterday, along with Bluestream, is starting the 1st. They just recently I don't know when they got their Bluestream in, but somebody brought some Comcast equipment up to the office, which actually you need to turn it in to the UPS store. If you dropped it off here, especially if you did not put your name on it or give us your name, like I said, I would contact you and say you need to take it to the UPS store. That's not our responsibility, but these will be taken to the UPS store and turned in, but got no name to them. So hopefully Comcast won't come after you for not turning equipment in, but the equipment needs to go to the UPS store in town so that you make sure you get a receipt and have that receipt in case Comcast claims that you did not turn your equipment in. All right. So remember to do that. Turn your equipment in to Comcast. All right. Next item on the list. Along with another change that we're doing, we're pushing forward on the electronic voting. And so the electronic voting, we will be having to send out what we call a campaign. You'll have to sign up for. We have also some information and a sheet you'll sign off for. And we'll also have a website that and an app that you'll download to your phone and be able to access our website. And you will be able to vote whatever vote we have coming up. You'll be able to vote from your phone if you so like. You can still vote paper ballots. We will do them at the same time, and those will be counted for the elections. Those will be counted on the second Wednesday in January when we have our annual meeting. That is the scheduled day for the uh, annual meeting. Um, the people at ONR will coordinate with us the electronic votes and the paper ballots, and we'll have the results of them on that, the election. Any other votes, like the amendments or anything else that requires a vote, can also be taken care of through them and through the app electronically or the paper again. So anyway, there is that on the electronic voting. So let me go through and see if I got some questions here. Uh, Good morning to Lisa, Sig, Teresa, Ernie. Uh, okay, Fred. Good morning, Carolyn. Rafferty's are there. Okay, Anita, Charlotte Jones, Renee, and okay. Here's a question. Um, what about the back streets are looking rough? Are you talking about? I assume you're talking about the concrete ones. Right now, I haven't gotten any. I guess if we have broken up concrete, we're going to have to look at those and see if we want to. Um, we have cut out some patches, are prepared by cutting, squaring off some bad patches, but we haven't pulled it out and put concrete in. That is something that we need to get back on doing because we did some. Um, Hopefully this summer we can do a few more while there's less traffic here, and that's what we'll be doing. I wonder if there is this type of street washer that could come in and wash it that would be a lot better than trying to do a pressure washing it with a typical way. Because I know some of them are looking kind of black. That concrete's gotten that mold on it. So we'll have to kind of look into that. And Ernie, you might come up someday and we'll go for a ride on a golf cart and kind of look at stuff and kind of point out what you're looking at. How's that sound? We'll come up here and take a golf cart ride and take a look at them. Okay. Uh, Terry saying good morning. Marlene, good morning. Okay. Fred, still no Blue Stream check. Fred, is that the first check or is that for the second check for May? Um, I did get a call from Andrea day before yesterday, and the she dropped off quite a few more checks for us. I think we had about 10 checks. The second check, okay. Fred says it's the second check. All right. Those, then that's what we talked about was that the finance department, she said, is processing those 100 at a time. I do know, Shaft, yeah, Kathleen, yeah, Kathy, or uh, that I still have that on my list. I'll finish up that. I have a list of people that did not get their checks yet, and unfortunately, with the post office, we have seen that they have taken up to 2 months or longer to return checks. The first batch of checks, if went to everybody, and they had a return address to Bluestream. This batch of checks, which they said they were doing 100 at a time, because they must be going through and double checking if you have an account. So if you have an account, they are giving you a credit on that account rather than sending a check. Now, if you only, I'm not sure what's going to happen. If you, of course, you have an account, if you just get the basic services and nothing else, you don't have to pay anything. Getting a credit there isn't going to help you because there's nothing for it to take off. So I assume they'll send a check on that with the return address of Ancient Oak. So instead of them return checks going to their facility in Coral Springs, the return check will come here. At least that's what they promised. It's hard to say without anybody getting a check yet, which I know they said they started on the first week of May, but as far as I know, nobody's received any yet. If you have received one, either those the 53 folks that are here, tell me if you have uh, that, or then the replay folks, and shoot me a text or email when you do receive it, and see if they held up their part that the return address is the office here, so that way we can contact people. Um, but she did tell me that at a certain period, I believe I don't know which day it'll be, but if you haven't received the first check, that they will stop payment on that check and reissue it once again with the return address of here. I also asked them, instead of mailing them out, especially the return checks, as reissues and whatever, instead of mailing them out, bring them to the office here, and that way we can double check the address before they hit the mail, so they won't go to the post as much as possible. They won't go to a blocked box, and we can get the correct address on it and send it to you up north. That's what I'm hoping that they'll do. They'll follow through on that and bring the checks here rather than mailing them out from down there. Okay. Uh, and on those that have to be had people told us need to be reissued. Unfortunately, I thought they were doing it all along. The reissue checks are just now being redone, so those should start coming out soon. But those that, once again, I just want them to bring the checks here so we can double check the address before sending them out. Because if you've gone up north, we want to send it up north rather than sending it to, like I said, a blocked box here at AO, or having to be forwarded, which will take a little bit more time. Okay. Oh, also, this is Memorial Day weekend. This is when we remember those that have fallen of our armed forces in battle, and so there are many things going on. There is also I'm forgetting. Yes, it is on which day? Well, what happened? All of a sudden, my mouse isn't working. That's going to be a little tricky for the end of the day. I actually pushed my hand down. Hopefully, if you excuse me for a second, maybe my battery got low on it and I'll need to plug it in. And I'll get this plugged in, so maybe get my mouse back. Technical glitch here, folks. Sorry about that. There we go. It's charging now. Do I got it back yet? Don't see it moving. Don't know why it would have disconnected. It doesn't have a chip in it. All right. Well, that could be interesting. I can move. Let's see if I hit that. Escape. Okay, I can move some stuff, but I can't move my cursor. Not yet, at least. So we'll see. Oh, that's what I did. guess the button has a button on it that I can connect to a second computer. So I accidentally hit that and wasn't connected. All right, we're done. Or got that back fixed. Sorry about that. Uh, somebody, Jay Oaks. We did get our Blue Stream in Pennsylvania. Thank you. Okay, so they're able to access in Pennsylvania, and maybe when we start the community channel, find out about that. You can tell us if you get it. Well, in another state, if you get the community channel. All right. Remember, like I said, if you want to give Juan a card or anything else, come up to the drop it off up to the office, or if you see him, you could even drop it back at the shop. A lot of you might be definitely easier to drop it off in the office, and we'll make sure he gets those. Like I said, June 2nd, next Friday is his last day. Memorial Day weekend, stuff going on here, and also um, we will be closed on Monday. All right, and the observance of Memorial Day. So, Lisa, is Lisa on here? For some reason I'm drawing a blank. I didn't remember the Memorial the stuff you're planning is on Monday. Is it Memorial Day? Actual Memorial Day? So I'm sure it is. Might remind me of the time. I didn't pull that up ahead of time. Uh, yep, there we go. Thank you, Lisa. Memorial Day event Monday at 3. We will have hamburgers, bring a picnic style side dish. Is there anybody else that there's something that you feel that we need to announce to the rest of the folks here? We can do that. Uh, and okay. Yep. Did he say yes? Okay. Well, Monday. Yep. She probably answer me. Monday at 3. Yeah, hamburgers and bring a picnic style side dish. All right. Um, gone through most of our stuff. Let me see if there's anything else that I hadn't wrote down yet this morning. No, I guess that's about it. Remember all the event. Please be safe driving. Uh, I have seen there's a lot of accidents have happened, and on this weekend is a big weekend for a lot of people traveling. So please be safe driving. Don't get in a rush, and please don't drink and drive. Be responsible in any drinking. Yes, Lisa Taylor said there will be a DJ, and in fact, I talked to him last night. He was here picking, I guess, it's a resident of our park, and he said he was looking for a new guitar coming in for him. So that. But be safe driving. Please be responsible if you're drinking spirits, so that don't drive if you've been drinking, and take care. And we wish everybody a great Memorial Day weekend. Yes, Terry's saying also. This is I hate to have to keep reminding people. We may be preaching the choir here. A lot of people don't realize that they are traveling fast. And when I've talked to them, they say, "Oh, I don't drive fast." And one person has moved out that thought they didn't drive fast, and they drove extremely fast. Look at your speedometer. The speed limit is 15. You may have to put your foot on the brake to keep it at 15, and that is very important. A lot of people that drive fast just don't. They are not aware that they're doing it. They just in such a habit of doing it. You have to be observant of what you're doing, and we want everybody to be safe. And as Terry is saying, have a happy Memorial Day. But do remember on this Memorial Day what it is about. Uh, it is about honoring those that gave the ultimate sacrifice. So, I don't believe any of I have relatives. My dad served in the army. My father-in-law served it was in the army also. My mother in-law served in the Navy, and my son served in the Marines. Uh, had a few other relatives and all that. So anyway, yep, as Lisa said, remember our fallen heroes. Okay, that does pretty much wrap it up. I don't see any other questions on that. Okay, so we will just wish everybody a good Memorial Day weekend and take care. And we'll see you on the next one. Meantime, live long and prosper. Catch you on the next go round.